Hey guys, this is Helena. I really wanted to spend today just working on some self-portraits. I used to do these kinds of things regularly just to kind of brush up my skills and to learn more about Photoshop, and I feel like now is a good time to do that, as well as like record my process and show you guys what I'm up to. So here's the gist. So basically, Florence and the Machine just started their next era, and I really wanted to create something in inspiration of that. I've been already working on a couple of ideas similar to kind of what I was thinking, but it wasn't until this announcement came out where everything just really clicked for me. And then, of course, I also want to see if this kicks off a whole new series where I basically remake album covers in my own style. And I feel like that could possibly kind of just show the side of me that really enjoys music, because I haven't really done that yet. I've been a concert photographer for 8 years, and I also do album cover work on the side, so I don't know, just doing more album covers as just a practice seems to make sense to me, you know? Here's the original image for the inspo that I was thinking, and then here are the new visuals done by Autumn de Wilde. I love all the work that she's done, including her stuff with Florence, obviously. I would love to do something kind of like that, but of course with my own flair. So of course I won't be replicating any of these images, but I'll be pulling inspiration from them. I'm gonna share a little step-by-step process and kind of just let you know what's gonna be happening in the video. So let's get into it. So here's everything that's gonna be happening throughout the rest of the video. First, I decided to do a breakdown of the look I'm planning out. Next, get into hair and makeup. I'm not really an expert on this, but I'm taking this as an opportunity to learn more. Next, I'll set up the backdrop, lighting, and props. After that, of course, I'll be doing the shoot and taking the photos, edit the photos, and finally, reveal the final result. I'm not sure how in-depth I'll go on each step yet, but I want to keep things as straightforward as possible. So lucky for me, I pretty much already have my hair done. Since I got it done, it's so much easier to curl. I pretty much just use what my hairdresser recommended me, Pillow Soft Curls. I just twist it when it's slightly wet and call it good. I do want to stick flowers in my hair, however, for at least one of the looks. As far as like the makeup look goes, I noticed that Florence has a lot of orange blush, so I think that that's going to be the highlight of the makeup look, and maybe I'll do a simple eyeliner or something involving that. I think editing will be pretty simple as well, just because I kind of just want the look to stand out for itself, which I haven't done one of those kinds of shoots in a while where there's not going to be a ton of really heavy Photoshop going on. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to get some hair and makeup done and get my outfit, and we're going to get into it. I decided to throw out my hair before putting on a base face of foundation and powder. I usually keep my base simple, not just because I never really learned how to do more, but personally, I've always felt like less is more when it comes to makeup. I followed up with an orange blush, which was just an orange on my favorite eyeshadow palette. Don't mind me nearly poking my eye out right there. I added on some pink eyeliner a bit after putting on this red and gold combo of eyeshadow, and it really added a nice subtle pop to the look. Then I finished up with some gold highlighter and mascara before calling the makeup look done. Okay, so here's the makeup look. I don't hate it. I'm not a makeup guru, so I don't know what I'm doing, but this is kind of fun. I've never done orange on my cheeks before, but I don't know. It's fun though. I don't know. So I also just threw my hair up, but I actually kind of like it. I might leave it for the actual shoot, but maybe I'll take it down. I don't know. I'm pretty much just gonna set up the set really quick, and then I'm gonna get dressed, and then we're gonna get into the shoot. So let's go. Setting up the backdrop was pretty simple. I just grabbed one of my favorite blankets, propped it up, and added a cool accent light stage lift. So yeah, my first video didn't record. I'm mad at myself. So here we are. I'm really lucky to be able to like have this space, but I haven't taken much advantage of the natural light in here yet. I've been kind of overwhelmed by it. My last place was really small and it had one window, which was really great, and I had a lot of control if I wanted to do artificial light. Eventually I'm gonna get some blackout curtains. Until then, I got all my stuff set up. I'm gonna be doing pretty simple lighting. Natural light and this light. I might pull out my Amaran, get some like red lighting or yellow lighting in the background. There's Adventure Time in the background. We love Adventure Time here. I'm gonna get dressed. Let's get into it. So I did in fact decide to add my Amaran 150C and turned it on to about 1% to add a warm accent light while still highlighting the natural light of the room. Now it's time to shoot. Here's what the setup looks like from my phone, which I use as a remote for portraits like this. I pretty much got into it and took the photos within about 15 minutes before calling it good. There we go. there's my image. So that went much better than I expected. I was really intimidated by that pose because that's just like, it's all up in there. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it yet, but I am impressed with how cool the lighting looks right now. I mean, it's kind of interesting how there's warm light here and cold light here. I was gonna fix it, but I decided out of laziness not to. Whatever. Everything turned out pretty good. I'd say, like, considering how simple everything was, it just like made me really enjoy what I do and like reminded me of why I enjoy what I do. But yeah, it's 100 degrees outside. This light here is freaking hot. And yeah, my AC is gonna be struggling a little bit. So I'm gonna call it a day. Yeah. So full disclosure, I did not call it a day. So I'm actually a little bummed out. I totally forgot that I picked these. And I was gonna stick them in my hair. I even had it next to everything so that I wouldn't forget, and I still forgot. So I wanted to like do honor to the Dance Fever series. I did some little How Big, How Blue nod. So, whoops. With that being said, here's part 2 of the shoot. Since I was already pretty much set up, I changed back into the outfit, picked some different flowers I found in my garden because I was just not happy with the other ones I'd picked, and I set up some props for the second look. This part of the shoot was honestly really fun. It's not very often that I pull out additional props for my shoots because I'm just lazy and sometimes I'd rather just Photoshop things in later. Here are some of the photos from the look. And with that, let's get into editing. So I edited this full session on stream. You can take a look at it in full, linked in the description. Basically, I selected and masked my subject. Once I was happy with the result, I duplicated the background, layered it behind the subject, and blended everything in. Since I wasn't happy with the background, I added a couple of stock images to create a few little details and add some texture. Then I spent the rest of stream color grading until I was happy with the result. I ran out of time on stream to edit my other image I picked out, but in the editing process was pretty much the same, and I'd like to avoid sounding a bit too redundant here. With that, we're ready for the reveal. So I'm here. I'm about to head off to my next shoot, but I thought I would offer a little final reaction of everything. First off, I'm just really amazed with how far my confidence has gone since starting YouTube and since just starting to post on social media a little bit more. It's been really cool to kind of just see that visual growth in myself, and I feel like this shoot was a really good reflection of that, especially with challenging myself with new poses, new things. And I mean, the images never turn out totally perfect, but these are just for me anyways, and I don't know. I really like how they turned out. Especially the one with the table and the hydrangeas that I added in last minute. Yeah, it turned out really great. So yeah, anyways, thanks for joining me, everyone. I have so many ideas for my next video, but in the meantime, you know, do the things, like, subscribe. Bye guys, see you in the next video.